Perfect. Hello, everybody. Last video I did on Wednesday, I was talking to Felicia, and I was on Winkler, and now I'm in Verdun, so hence the hotel room setting, and I got my good buddy Kevin Brisky here with me to talk about something that's quite interesting. And before I ask him a little bit about it, or just get him to speak on the machine there, is the reason I'm really talking about it is because already today, I don't want to say it's proven myself wrong, but it's proven itself to me. And I was kind of closed off a little bit to it, not really wanting. I don't know, I'm just really busy. I'm not focused on other things like this, but he was talking about it on the way to Verdun, and the concept, the science behind it caught my attention. There's people that I know that are already involved in it that I trust with their opinions and stuff, so if they're looking at it as well with Kevin, then I know that it's got something to it. But then today, it's really, really cool. This lady came in, actually it was a group of people, and usually we work on them with the physical therapies that we do, and we didn't have that here with us now, and I just thought this would be a great opportunity to either just let them try out the machine and see what it does firsthand. And she always has back issues, bladder issues, just in pain. You could see she was in pain too. So I said, okay, great, you know what, we'll finish with your assessment. I'll move on to your husband, and we'll let Kevin just try this technology on you. And he did, and after, she's crossing her legs, and I asked her how she was doing, and she actually said there's zero pain in her back, and she's able to cross her legs with comfort, and she wasn't before. And I even asked her, with therapy, like seeing a massage therapist or anyone that kind of specializes in body stuff, how do you feel after? She goes, good, but there's always still some discomfort. And there's not now. So that leads to something. I can't explain it, I don't know much about it. It looks interesting when it's getting done, but Kevin knows a bit more about it. But I don't even need to get into great detail. I just want to share kind of how it could help some people. But so, I mean, I guess the first thing I would ask you is kind of like, what are we looking at here? Like, what is this?
This is the premium blower or wand, some are calling it. It's what it does is it blows a terahertz frequency. There's a crystal tube inside here. It also uses ultraviolet light and a heat. What it does is it penetrates up to 10 inches in the body, warming the bone marrow, stimulating stem cells. A lot of people, they're using it and experiencing relief almost instantly. It's not a medical device, it's just a hot air blower, but what we're seeing is pretty incredible.
That's pretty cool. Well, it's because it looks like you said, a blower, because it looks like a hair dryer, like a blower, and it sounds just like one too. I thought people were going to think we were doing perms on people today in the room here, but it's interesting because I know about the science and the technology of frequencies. That's how we're able to muscle test anybody. And one of the biggest things that I always talk about is how you need nutrition, but you also need electricity or circulation for the body to actually come up and heal. And I'm paraphrasing here, but on the drive-in, Kevin was saying that one of our other practitioners that's using this has kind of noticed that if you're missing that electrical stimulant through meridians and the chakra systems, which is what governs your electricity, herbs will take you so far and help you with an incredible amount of things, but then you need to actually bring up the electricity for you to actually take that step in healing. Things like neuropathy, tingling to the hands and the feet, just weird joint pains and aches and pains, and the kind of like calcifications of joints that sometimes herbs have trouble getting to. When you open up the blood flow, like acupuncture or acupressure and things like this, that's when people start to feel better. So you need that. So it doesn't take, like, how long does a session usually take for something like this?
To start, 10 minutes. You can work yourself up to about a half an hour session.
That's probably, and you can use it with children too, you were saying, eh?
Yes, you go for 1 minute per their age.
This machine isn't something that's kind of just, like, it's not marketed for arthritis or like one specific thing. It's kind of like just to help the circulation system, which I guess in turn with the cells brings up everything. So there's nothing you can't use it for pretty much, or is there?
From what we've seen, it's helping with almost everything. It's unreal what we're seeing. It's the terahertz frequency actually matches the frequency of the cells. So it's going in and it's getting rid of everything that shouldn't be in the body and allowing the good cells to flow freely and do their job and help the body be where it should be.
Yeah, well, it's really cool. Well, one of the things, even on the drive in, he was kind of like, it's funny you're mentioning this because this machine I want to talk to you about is kind of like, I don't want to say the answer, but it's a tool in the toolbox to help with what I've been focusing on, because I'm really big, if you haven't guessed by now, into neurons and neurotransmitters and the pathways, why the brain's working or not working the way it is. But it's very tough to fix that with just supplements. Not that they're not needed, like GABA and CABA and stuff like that, you need it. But there seems to be the mental stability. Your thoughts is made of energy and emotion, like it's an actual frequency that is emitted through the brain and organs. So how do you combat that is through frequency. And what Kevin was saying to me as well is that this machine, and I believe it from seeing it today firsthand, has the ability to open up different channels and pathways in the system through the meridian system to actually let those cells communicate better to help with things. Now, he hasn't mentioned this at all, but I wouldn't be surprised if it would help with depression, anxiety as well too, in the sense that, well, first of all, if it's relieving your pain, you're not going to be as depressed because pain makes that happen as well, but the cells themselves have to regenerate in something called cell mitochondria, which is like the digestive system of a cell to repair, and nothing does that with it except for frequency. But this machine here, a little case like this, it travels on the road. I would love to start using it on more people to see what it could actually do, because like I said, that lady, and I know her, I've been seeing her for quite a long time, has got chronic back pain, and it just took it away. But the other practitioners that are using this already, anything that they're experiencing, that's got to be, it speaks for something. There's lots of different modalities out there with things to do with acupressure, acupuncture, but this one here is really cool. So, do you have any other stories that you've seen with this yourself or that you know about?
What got me interested was another practitioner brought it to my attention, and when he told me about it, I kind of blew him off. When I told him to call me once he had them in his hands and if they're any good. He got two originally. This here is the premium unit. This is the mid-range unit. It's a little bit stronger, a little quieter, lighter. It works a little faster. He got two of the classic units. They're affordable for the family, and they're doing the same thing, they just take a little longer. He handed out two classic units, one to his grandpa who had suffered a stroke 3.5 months prior to getting the wand. He was stuck at home for those 3.5 months. After his first session with the wand, he regained function of his left hand. After his second session, he was able to leave the house, he regained his balance and was able to walk to the mailbox. After his third session, he had a rash on his chin and his cheek, and it had 90% cleared up. Since then, it's been a couple weeks now, and he's been doing better every day.
That's incredible.
The other one that he got out, the guy had a serious problem in his lungs. He did 6 minutes on his chest the night before. The next morning he woke up and he was coughing black tar up. After doing it for a couple of days, he noticed that the pain in his shoulder had disappeared as well, and he's feeling much better. Well, that guy had it. A friend of his stopped by. He had some nerve damage in his back. He's been on a pain pill a day for 10 years, is what I'm told. He did a 10-minute session, and then 10 minutes after that, he had no more pain, and he didn't take his pain pill, and hasn't needed a pain pill since, as he's just continued with the wand. So it's pretty incredible.
Well, see, that's why I'm sitting here right now talking to Kevin about this, is because, I don't know how to say this without sounding like offensive or downplaying any other modality, because they're all amazing. actually, one of the quotes that I love about this is when it comes to healing, because some people walk in and they see us and they say that, well, you're not wearing a white lab coat, so you're not a doctor. And it's like, yeah, but the actual spectrum of health and medicine, if you think of it like just a circle, that should encompass everything. Herbalists, naturopaths, medical doctors, acupuncturists, reflex, everything involved. And he's like, so to say that a medical doctor is the only form and true voice of medicine and health is to say that a German Shepherd is the only true breed of dog, all the other dogs are quack dogs. Makes no sense. There's different kinds. But this is why I don't want to downplay other modalities, because they all have their point. There's times where I say, I can't even help you, you've got to go see somebody else. But I've never seen something that can actually stimulate the cells, because it's all through the cells. Nutrition, your DNA is made up of vitamins and minerals and amino acids. That's just what makes us who we are, the vessel of our being here. And you need nutrition. You can't drive a car without changing the oil. But sometimes the electrical in the car goes too, and you're sure not going to leave the laneway if that's what happens. That's why if you can find a device like this that's been proven itself to me firsthand, and with the testimonies of other people that I trust dearly, if you can take the right nutrition but stimulate the cells to repair the mitochondria, the neurons, the connections between each other, there's really nothing that you can't at least help. You can't really say this will help guarantee anything, but if you stimulate the electricity of the cells with a frequency, that's like, I mean, the studies and the science of even just magnetite, EMF, what they can actually do to the body is outstanding. So something like this that takes, I don't know, what, 10, 15 minutes a person, like for something with chronic pain, and to see how quickly it went away, it's very, very interesting. And I'm excited to see what it is. And he said there's a couple models, So, because this is not something that's like, oh, check this out, we're going to talk about this machine here, and it's ours, right? It's not like that. It's available. So that's the really cool thing too. But this has only been available recently. Isn't that what you're saying? Or what's the technology like? It's been around for a while, but not here.
It reached the United States in November 2021, and it reached Canada January 2022. But there's only one person stocking the item in Canada right now in Alberta, and they can't keep it in stock. One other important thing is it not only works on the body, it also, we call it charging your water, and it'll actually change the structure of your water. You can actually notice it almost tastes like a silkier texture. People are getting energy from that. It's been done on our blood microscopy, where most people's blood is rouleaued, stuck together, not flowing as it should. After consuming the water, the cells are free and moving, and people even feel it moving around and their body working just having the water alone.
That's really, yeah. The thing, it's really, really cool. I love anything that can help get you healthier mentally and physically, especially just something so simple, non-invasive. Pretty much blows the frequency of hot air, which I would assume would feel very, very nice and relaxing. But you can get this. So this is something that I'm definitely gonna invest in myself to get one of these too for the clinic as well. So for anyone that's around the area that sees us at the office, bring it on the road. Like, this is very, very cool. It doesn't take long, but when you see somebody in pain and you don't even touch them with this, because I was watching Kevin do just a session on them like that, and he was just basically holding it above, and you could see the change. And when she was sitting there talking and she was laughing again, almost like the pain look off her face was there, and she's like, I can cross my legs and it doesn't even hurt. People suffer every day. There could be medicines for a long time for something like that, and it just fixes it like that. So the reason, again, why I have Kevin here, is a good friend of mine. I could sit and talk to you all day about how the cells work and communicate and how you need that for health, but this machine here, he knows way more about. So this is kind of going to be his forte there. So we are going to put more links about this in the comment section below as well, so you can do more research on it. But we just wanted to share, I just want to sit across the table with them and share what I seen and with the person, but also his experience as well too. because the point of this is not to hide this from the world. It's to let people know that if you're suffering from things that you think is detrimental in the end of the world, there's new devices, there's things out every day, and this one here is definitely worth checking out. It doesn't take long, and it might take your pain away and make your life worth living again if you're suffering. So we're on the road working right now, so I was gonna say thanks, Kevin, for coming in, but you don't have to come in because you came in with me. So, but
one last story.
yeah,
It's not just for people as well. People are using it on their animals, even as big as horses. Friend received the same unit the other day. Their dog has hip dysplasia and was hopping around with the two back legs, not getting too far too quick. And he did a 10-minute session on the dog. The next morning, the dog was walking outside, still limping slightly, but moving both legs like it should. And the dog's had 2 sessions so far, and it's doing really well outside. So
it's actually a good point, because if you think about talking about the frequency it works on, anything that has a heartbeat has a frequency. So, well, I don't know what it'd be like to work on goldfish, but you can pick and choose. But again, check this out. Like I said, we'll have more information we can put in the comment section below, or you can reach out, and if you have more detailed questions, we can get you in touch with to talk to Kevin as well too, because every day he's learning more and more about it, and it's an amazing machine that, like I said, could really help you out. So thanks for sharing your stories, and
thank you.
Again, this could be something that you've been searching for, so take care, everyone.